Hey, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I am Meg, and today I am painting a new dresser that I found at the thrift store, and it is a perfect piece. It was only missing one handle, which was fine because I replaced them, and I'm using a brand new paint called Melange Paints, and this color is called Restoration Bronze that I'm using. I really loved the finish, how it turned out. It was a beautiful paint. So without further ado, let's get to this makeover, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit those notification buttons so that you get notified when I post a new post or a community tab where I'm letting you know what I'm going to be sharing that week. So enjoy this video. So I went to the thrift store and I was not looking for a dresser, but I found this piece. It is so beautiful and has the brand stamp on the top drawer. It had some scratches, but that was okay. I'm gonna sand those out, and it was missing one handle, which I can definitely replace. Now, I did try to find the same handle, but couldn't find it. So I started off taking the hardware off, and I'm going to keep these set aside just in case I cannot find replacements, because I'm not sure what I have in my box of hardware, but I will definitely look. And these are still pretty and they're original. So while I was looking through the drawers, I saw this paper in one of them, and I thought it was stuck to it, which I was dreading, but it didn't. It just came right out. It was just an old piece of cloth paper. Then I sanded the top. I knew that I wanted this raw wood, so I used 80 grit sanding pad, or disc I should say, and started sanding away. Make sure that when you're sanding, you're going slow and steady so that you don't get rings. I've also learned to put less pressure on the sander. That way that you're not going too fast as well. And then those squirrely little rings that can happen when they show up in your stain, that won't occur if you've got less pressure and you're going slow, as you can see I'm doing here. Here's more sanding, a close-up, and I'm showing the sanding because it is so important, because once you've sanded everything and then you go to stain and you see those squirrely rings, you have to start all over again, and it is such a pain to do. So try not to rush. I know it is so hard when sanding. You just want to get it done and move faster than you are, but I'm promising you it'll turn out so beautiful if you just go slow and less pressure. So here's what it looks like once it's all sanded, and I did the side trims as well. I grabbed a 220 sanding disc and scuff sanded the entire piece. I didn't use my orbital sander to scuff sand, which I normally do, because this has some ridges on the drawers and I didn't want to mess the shape up. Always use 220 when you're scuff sanding. You do not want to use 80 grit or anything harsher, because it will leave scratches on your surface, and you don't want that when you go to prime. So I covered up the top with painter's plastic because I'm going to be spraying this piece and cleaning it, and I don't want anything on the raw wood top. So I used my crud cutter, which I'm almost out of and need to get more because I absolutely love this cleaner. It just gets everything off and does such a great job. I used a lint-free cloth to clean the entire piece. And as I was cleaning, I realized I needed a bit more tape to put on the sides as I didn't want to get any primer or paint on them. As you can see here, I needed some more tape on the sides. When you're cleaning a piece, that's usually when you see extra things that you didn't see before. So it's really good to have that second look to see what needs to be done before you start priming and painting. Then I started cleaning again, or just around the edges, because I had wiped off the top and some dust had gone into the little sort of crevices. So now it was time to start priming, and I used bin 123 gray. Now I do prefer the Kills Restoration Primer, but I had already had the gray set up, and I did about 2 coats of the gray primer, which is still fine to use, and there wasn't any raw wood on the surface that I had gone through, so I knew I wasn't going to get any bleed through. So this is Melange Paint. It comes in a glass jar, which I thought was really cool and liked. And this is Restoration Bronze, and this is their regular line. They do have a paint line that's called One, and it's an all-in-one paint where you don't have to top coat. But I wanted to try this one because this is the color that was voted for on Instagram. So I used my filter to filter the paint and started to spray. Now I did add a little bit of water to the paint just so that it wasn't too thick, and turned my dial up to the top. Now if you need to know how to use the Wagner Flexio 5000 sprayer, I do have a video all about that, and it's on my channel, and I'll put the link right up above. Make sure that you're using a mask. With primer, I use my N95 mask, same with the top coats, and for the paint, which is all natural, I use my RZ mask, which is comfortable and breathable and not sweaty. You don't get sweaty wearing that mask. So I tried to get my video recording of me doing this side, but I ran out of space, so I apologize for my entire arm being in the way, but I just wanted you to see a close-up, sort of a close-up of me spraying the sides here. Now on this sprayer you can also turn your nozzle so that it's vertical or horizontal, which is great for when you're doing long sides like this. Now here I am, I'm wearing my N95 because I'm spraying top coat. This is Country Chic Paint Clear Coat. It's my favorite top coat, and it really gave a beautiful shine to the finish, and it turned out so beautiful. Now the paint, I did about 3 coats, and one of those jars did 3 coats, so that was really good. The paint went a long way. So you can just see a close-up here of me spraying the top coat, making sure that I'm going slow, and also with the dial I turned it down. So it's time to add the hardware. Now I could not find the other hardware that was missing, so I used the original hardware for the bottom and replaced the top hardware with some drawer knobs that I found in my hardware box. As you can see here, I'm trying to record with one hand and also hold the handle with my knee. It worked. Now the hardware I did spray, I had forgotten to show that, but I sprayed it with a champagne mist, just very lightly because I wanted it to look a little bit rustic. Now back to the top, I took the plastic off and sprayed some water onto the wood and then brushed Country Chic Paint Soiree on the top. I also sprayed my brush with water, and I'm creating a wash that I usually do on raw wood so that it stays that color and doesn't turn orange when I top coat. I'm using my Country Chic Paint angle brush. I will put all of this into the description so that you can check out all of the products and the links. So once that was done, here is the entire piece. It turned out really beautiful. I just love this color, the finish, the paint. Really, really beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed that video, and you can find Melange Paints on their website. They are located in the US. There are 2 retailers in Canada as far as I know, but you can check on their website. It'll let you know where your local retailer is. And also they have all of their colors on there. You can check those out as well. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support. If you'd like to support my channel or my business, I have Buy Me a Coffee in my description and also my Amazon wish list. So check that out and take care, and I'll see you next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern.